Hi, my name is Christy Valencia, and the notable minority I chose is Lilly Ledbetter. So Lilly Ledbetter was born on April 18, 1938 in Jacksonville, Alabama, and a few years after she was born on December 7, 1941, the United States became involved in World War II. And during this time period, many minorities were challenging the color lines, and two examples are the Tuskegee Airmen in this picture right here, and they were a group of African American military pilots who fought bravely in the war, and down here is a picture of Rosie the Riveter, who was kind of an icon for women because they were entering new jobs, learning new skills, and they even joined the armed forces. So after World War I, minorities fought for equality in Congress and in the community. It was known as the Civil Rights Movement. And the example that I've selected is the Brown versus Board of Education of 1954 that ruled that separate but equal in the school system is unconstitutional. And the reason why I selected it is because Lilly Ledbetter did not graduate high school until 1956. So during the time that she was in school, this issue was really prevalent, and she lived in Alabama, which is in the South, so during this time was the time that integration in the school system was happening. And Lilly Ledbetter, like I mentioned, was born on April 18, 1938 in Jacksonville, Alabama. And to kind of give you a description or an illustration of her upbringing, she was born into a home without running water or electricity. And over the weekends, she would work on her grandfather's cotton fields to make extra money for her family, and she had to share a room with her grandmother. She admired the better off white folks living in New Liberty, and she always dreamed of working for Goodyear's Tires and Rubber Company because they were the families that lived in New Liberty. And here's a picture of some young girls who dressed in the 1940s to kind of give you an illustration. And so Lilly Ledbetter was hired for as a line manager for Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company in 1979, and she excelled in her job, and she was promoted to area manager and worked the night shifts. So Lilly Ledbetter, despite her success, she also suffered sexual harassment, isolation, and day-to-day discrimination from the almost entirely male staff. And she even filed a complaint with the Equal Opportunity Commission about sexual harassment she faced from one of her bosses. And when she was getting close to retiring, she received an anonymous note on her locker saying that she was being paid significantly less than her male counterparts. And the letter specifically said that whereas she was earning $3,272 a month, three male managers were earning between $4,286 a month to $5,236 a month. And this picture right here is a picture of Lilly Ledbetter currently, more of a recent picture, and her hands say equal pay for equal work, which is what she is going to end up fighting for. So in July of 1998, she filed a complaint to the EEOC claiming violation of Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and with the Equal Pay Act. And after she retired in 1999, she filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Alabama for wage discrimination and other struggles she endured. Fortunately, she won the case, but Goodyear actually appealed the case all the way to the Supreme Court, and she lost by one vote because her claim was not filed within the 180 days of the first discriminatory action. And she also lost the $300,000 that she was awarded. And she continued her case in Congress, which led to the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act in 2009. And this act overrides the court decision that the Supreme Court made by making clear that each discriminatory paycheck is a new act of discrimination, which resets the 180-day limit to file a claim. And here's a picture of President Obama signing this bill into action, and above is Lilly Ledbetter. And actually, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act was the first act that President Obama signed into action. So Ledbetter fought for equal pay for equal work for 10 years, and her perseverance has helped bring attention to the unfair work practices in the workplace that she faced and other minorities continue to face today. And one of the reasons why many are afraid of challenging the inequality that they are experiencing is because of the fear of losing their job. And actually, when Lilly Ledbetter filed a complaint to the EEOC about being paid unfairly, she was actually demoted from her manager position to a tire inspecting position. And so that is oftentimes a big factor that people think about before they challenge the company. And so I think that the legacy that Lilly Ledbetter leaves is that diligence and perseverance speaks louder than silence. And so these pictures here, this bottom one just kind of gives a quote of Obama: "Equal pay day. A woman deserves equal pay for equal work. It's time to do away with the work policies that belong in a Mad Men episode." And up here, another picture, it kind of gives an illustration of the wage gap that many women experience. And it kind of says that for every dollar a Caucasian man makes, that means 78 cents for a Caucasian woman, 62 cents for an African American female, and 54 cents for a Hispanic woman. And that concludes my presentation.